Hi folks, Aaron here. Welcome back to my anime review. Today we're looking at episode 10 of Darling of the FRANXX. Now, I was scared when I saw screenshots of people watching this episode telling me that it was focused on Jerome, who's, I think, code number 666. And I was like, oh god, I don't want to watch the episode focused on this kid, because it's not that I don't like him as a character. I don't want to say that, because I know some people love this dude, but it's more so that just kids like that in anime always kind of are hit or miss with me. Sometimes they're cool, sometimes they can be funny. And Jerome, so far, he's just been very chattive, and he's really just been kind of goofy, and it's kind of annoying to me, so I was like a little afraid of that. But when we actually got into this episode, I was very surprised, because I think this was one of the more interesting episodes. It plants a seed of questions in you, if you're really paying attention, and I think that's what's really interesting about it. So, this week's episode, we have the elders of sorts, you know, describing what they should do about the kids, because there's apparently something very odd about how they interact with one another, yet they still work so well together. And that's what leads me to believe still that these kids are like clones or creations of these people, because it's like the way they talk about them like they're lab rats, that they're, you know, getting rewarded for stuff. But nonetheless, they say, you know, let's reward them, so this way they'll feel better about their work and continue going from there. And lo and behold, everyone gets a medal. They're supposed to get a medal at least, and, you know, get some praise. Jerome, however, gets away from the group at one point and ends up kind of getting lost, falls down when he runs into one of those weird, like, you know, they have like these weird hats on. And I'm like, what? They cover their face. You can only see their mouth, but that's about it. And finally, though, we get to see their face when she pulls back her hood and reveals, you know, an older woman. And it's interesting because we see this lifestyle now of the city where it's, as she says, adhering to the older ways. So we are considerably in the future. Like, I was thinking we were in the future, but we must be considerably in the future, because what essentially she says is that the older ways of partnering with a man, you know, so a man and a woman partnering to procreate and to just give each other support in life. So I'm like, okay, so that must mean they're far, far in the future. But what's interesting is how they interact with one another is almost like, I don't even know how to word it, actually, to be honest with you. It's so depressing. You know, you have this woman who seems so nice and so kind-hearted, you know, with a dude right now that's inside a stasis thing of some sort, you know, having dreams, and, well, not really per se dreams, but things that influence his happiness, rather than just talking with her or interacting with her. And, you know, for her, she says that's fine, because she's used to that, but at the same time, you can see on her face, like, even if she doesn't try to say it, she feels kind of bad about it, because, you know, it's like interacting with someone who's not going to talk back, or even, you know, people realize that relationships, even with arguments and all that, you're still interacting with someone you love or someone you care about. That's a form of interaction. And even when it's annoying, you're like, oh, I hate getting into this argument with someone, it's also fun, because you get to spend time with that person you like, and you get to, you know, see that person you enjoy being with. So it's like, yeah, okay, so maybe you guys are arguing, but there's, if you really see beyond it, it's more time you get to hang out with one another. So, you know, I was very curious about how how this kind of partnership works between these two. And then, interestingly enough, Jerome started crying, and he says, I swear I feel like I've seen you before somewhere. That leads me to believe either A, that is someone in his family, because he even tried to say at one point when he gets older, you know, can you be part of my family? And then he stops himself and said friends. But B, what if they took these, you know, they took the cells from women and just made these kids and you know, enhanced them and kind of changed their body types or whatever. There's a lot of questions from this episode, and you're like, the theory crafting begins. You can start melding so many different things in your head, like, what if this works? What if this doesn't work? I don't know. It's like, so, you know, I'm very curious where this is going now. So I'm not saying I love Darling of the FRANXX, but I will say that this definitely was a more interesting episode, and also very intriguing in many ways. And that ending with 02, you know, showing her fangs and stuff at the end was like, yeah, I'm definitely thinking these kids were like experimented on, and that's why they're quote unquote infected. What do you guys think of that episode though? I would love to hear from you in the comments below, as always. I will talk to you later. I think it was I only have one left. I have the Ancient Magus Pride. That should be out around like maybe 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I have to do some work on other stuff, so I'm going to go put that out, because I don't want to give you guys all my reviews in one shot, and I'll give you a little bit of break with this one. So that'll be out later tonight. I'll see you guys then, hopefully. God bless you all. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye, everyone.